I'm going to show you a tip for reinforcing your knots that you make for your static progressive splints out of string. You're going to be reinforcing them with splinting material. So I have here a piece of Velcro loop, and I'm going to go ahead and make a hole in it using a hole punch. And then I'm going to be threading a piece of static line. This will work for monofilament as well. I'm going to be threading it through the hole. And I'm going to be tying a little knot. And typically we have to tie a couple of knots in place so that the string doesn't unravel. And this would be used in a static progressive splint. I'm going to go ahead and tie 3 knots, all in the same place. But we don't want this to unravel, and sometimes the string does unravel. You would be using this to hold down your tension on your injured finger, and you would be attaching this to the front of your splint or the back of your splint with Velcro hook. So this is the loop attached to string. Now this knot here, I'm going to reinforce with my heat gun and a scrap of splinting material. I'm using an elastic-based splinting material. This is Orfit Colors NS. You can use any elastic material, such as Prism or Aquaplast. Anything that is elastic will work for this trick. You just superheat it up with the heat gun till it becomes very, very shiny and transparent. We know it's sticky. And we are going to take it and wrap it around our knot. And tear it off and then roll it a little bit to make a little bead. And then we can cut off the excess string. And that is reinforced so that little knot will not come apart. A lot of times we like to use elastic straps on our splints. I like to use Luxifoam, which is by Orfit, but there are other products available. When you cut the elasticized strapping material, it sometimes starts to fray on the edges. One way that I have learned to combat this is to heat up the edges with your heat gun. So I'm going to show you how to do that. We're just going to basically singe the edges with a little bit of excess heat. And what you're doing is just basically burning off that top row of the thread, and then they do not unravel.